Oh, hi, who are you? Well, I'm Peter Cottontail, also known as the Easter Bunny. The Easter Bunny, Twink says, don't you work for God? You work for God and Jesus like we do. Yes, I do work for God and Jesus the same way you two do. But Easter is not about me, and I really have nothing to do with Easter. What I do on Easter is to let folks know that good is coming. That yes, Jesus will die, Jesus will be beaten, he'll be put to death, and that it will be sad, and but good will come out of it since God will bring Jesus back from the dead, and God and Jesus will open the gates of heaven so everyone can go to heaven after they die, you know? Um, so that's what I do. Well, I always knew that's what you did. Well, Rainbow Bright, I know you work for God and Jesus too as a bringer of cast and lightness and brightness. Am I right about that? Yes, you are, Easter Bunny. I work for God and Jesus to bring the cast and brightness and light and beauty to all worlds that God has made. You know? And it's kind of weird to say, is that your name's the Easter Bunny? I mean, that's not your true name. That's more like a rank, right? Yeah, it's a rank. The Easter Bunny is a rank. My true name is Peter Cottontail, or at least Peter's my first name. You know, Cottontail would be my kin name, I believe. Like, I want to say that Rainbow Bright's not your true name, but more of a rank, right? Yeah, Rainbow Bright is a rank, you're right. My true name is Wisp, you know, and my name's Twink. Well, good to meet you, Twink. Good to meet you too, Rainbow Bright, Wisp. You know, a lot of folks out there, at least folks in Christendom, are getting ready for those holy days which on looks Jesus. The first one would be Palm Sunday, or whatever the English word for that would be, where it on looks Jesus coming into Jerusalem instead, riding on some donkeys. I would want to say that he was, you know. Then you got Mandy Thursday or Holy Thursday that on looks Jesus having the final meal with his 12 followers or learners, and then comes Good Friday, which on looks Jesus being taken and having hearings and stretches between King Herod Tepti and Reichout or Cornelius Pilate, and then being beaten, and then put on around, and then dying for the sins of all mankind and all womankind. And then Holy Star Day is just the day after Good Friday, where the yielding of Jesus coming back. And Easter Sunday on looks when God brought Jesus back from the dead. And through God and Jesus, we have a stead in heaven. Well, that's right. That's right, Easter Bunny. That's right, Peter. There are many Christendom holy days that come up in the 4th month. And I know there might be some Jewish folks out there that might wonder, well, what about Passover? Shouldn't we be talking about the Jewish holy day of Passover? Passover is a Jewish holy day, which on looks, the 10 illnesses that were brought on black land, and that if they put blood on their doorstep, then the underwriter of death would pass them by and they would be all right. So that's what whole Passover is all about. At least, yeah. So we got that going on too. But I want to know something, Twink says. Why did God and Jesus, need someone to keep folks happy for Easter Sunday? Because everyone knows that God is bringing Jesus back to life, and we're getting, our stead in heaven through God and through Jesus. Well, that's a truly good asking thing there, Twink. I believe God and Jesus chose me as a way to let folks know that, yes, a lot of bad things are happening. Jesus is going to go through a bind. It's going to be bad, and you might not think any good's coming out of it, but there is good coming out of it. And that after all of that, good will happen. There will be some good that will come out of all of that. And I'm there to let folks know that Jesus is coming back to life, and that God and Jesus had made good, had given us forever life, gave us a stead in heaven, and that all those things going on, which good is coming out of it. And I just let folks know that Easter Sunday is where God brings Jesus back, and there is good that comes out of all those things that happened on Good Friday. At least that's my belief. Well, it's the first time we ever got to meet you. The first time you ever came to RAINBOWLAND. So, well, it's good to meet you, Easter Bunny. Good to meet you, Peter Cottontail. It's really good to meet you, and thank you for coming here. Well, thank you, Rainbow Brite. Thank you, Twink. It was good meeting good meeting both of you. Oh, by the way, where's Starlight at? I don't know where Starlight's at. He's in that bin, or whatever. You're standing on top of it, and he's on that bin. But we'll have to bring him out for another film. All right. And yes, folks, as you can see, me and Twink both got doll stands now. That was us with the Easter Bunny. If you like this film, then share it, playlist it, give it a like it, which is the same thing as giving a thumbs up. And don't forget to have a rainbow day.